So we have a special guest today on the show.
Hi, Travis.
Well, hello there. How are you?
Hi, this is Travis Harlick with Remax Real Estate and Travis Harlick and Associates. And this is Longhorn Diaries. We'll be bringing you everything you need to know about the real estate world, all from the cab of my truck.
What's up, everybody? Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend. Had a fantastic Saturday and Sunday. I'm pretty excited for this week. There's a lot of things going on, moving and shaking in the marketplace. The weather is beautiful, people are beautiful, business is beautiful, and we have so much to be grateful for. Over the weekend, 41 Gannett Crescent sold, one of my listings in Grove Meadows. A great little bungalow. And just a shout out to Mr. Tanner Harlick, my brother, who represented the buyer, so congratulations to his clients. Also on the weekend, I congratulate some of my great buyer clients. It is their first home, they are newly engaged, and I couldn't be more excited for them because they just bought their first home together. So congratulations on your next chapter. This time of year being kind of middle to late October, I find a lot of people are asking me, is now the right time to sell? Do I wait for spring? And these questions I get, of course, throughout the year, but definitely kind of more this time of year because timing is everything. Now, keep in mind that at any time, anything is for sale. And so with each part of the year, there's pros and cons to listing your home for sale. So for example, this time of year, typically what I see happen is that inventory drops. And what that means is that the amount of listings that are available, it simply decreases. So depending on what kind of market we're in, and currently right now we're in a buyer's market, it is good that the amount of listings is decreasing, because some people just do not want to sell when it's -20 and snowy out, and some people do not want to move over the Christmas season as well too. So some people let their listings expire if not yet sold, or they just take it off the market, or they wait until spring. So in a buyer's market, as a seller, it's actually a good thing, because that means you're going to have less competition on the market. And yes, we might get a little bit less activity or less showings happening. However, if people are going to be shopping, in the later part of the year, or when the snow comes, guess what? That means they're serious. They're not going to be kicking tires. They want to buy something. And same on the selling side. If people are going to list their home in this time of year, November, December, when it's cold, when it's blizzarding, they want to sell as well. So feel free to reach out to me to discuss further, of course, and we'll see when is the right timeline for your goals, because in the end, everybody has their own goals and needs. So feel free to reach out anytime to further discuss. So I'm just on my way here to meet with the professional measurement company that I have do all of my listings. And that is Janine and Chris from Good Measures. They're absolutely fantastic people and run a fantastic business. But it brings up a good point. Real estate is always changing. The way that we market homes, the way that we list homes and help people buy homes as well too. But also the way that we measure homes when we list properties for sale has changed as well. A couple years ago, the Alberta Real Estate Association and the Real Estate Council of Alberta wanted to standardize the way that we measure properties. And so what they did is they came up with a measurement guideline where all realtors have to abide by, and that's the Residential Measurement Standard, otherwise known as RMS measurements. So for example, if you are living in a townhome or a duplex, let's say, or any home that has an attached wall to it, there's been significant changes to the way that we represent square footage in your properties based on how they're to be measured according to the RMS. For example, previously we were able to take exterior wall measurements. Now if your exterior wall is about 6 inches, give or take, and all of a sudden we now have to measure from the inside, the square footage measurement is going to be substantially impacted. So if you ever have questions as to why your realtor is representing your square footage a certain way, be sure to check out the residential measurement standard, and that's available on a few websites, or just talk to your realtor about it. Some styles of properties got heavily impacted while others did not. However, the positive thing is that from here going forward, as of a couple years ago, properties are to be measured the exact same way no matter which realtor or company represents the listing. Alright, just put some sold signs up on a listing in Grove Meadows. It was a cute little bungalow that only lasted a couple of weeks on the market, but the owner priced it correctly. We had it cleaned out, we had the carpet steam cleaned. So it just goes to show you what awesome prep does in order to attract a fast offer in a big buyer's market. So now, because my brother, Mr. Tanner Harlock, represented the buyers on that transaction, I'm going to go give him a little bit of a gift in the form of probably about 20 pumpkins right on his driveway. Hopefully he doesn't catch me, and hopefully it's a big surprise, and we'll see what he has to say. Welcome to Longhorn Diaries, everybody. To my right and to your left, we have Miss Sarah Koeckhoven. Sarah Koeckhoven, say hello.
Hello. Very happy to be here on Longhorn Diaries.
Yeah, this is a long time coming, isn't it, Sarah?
Yeah, very much so.
You've wanted to be on this show a very long time.
I've auditioned a few times, never made the cut, however.
That's true. You guys heard it first here. It's very difficult to get on the show. That's a wrap on my annual pumpkin giveaway. It's been absolutely fantastic. Hundreds of pumpkins personally delivered to hundreds of amazing clients from over the years, the current, the past, and the future. So thank you, everybody. And as I always say, as the season changes, my appreciation for you never does. All right, so since Sarah's on the show today, we're going to not have her be silent. We're going to give you some top tips for buying and selling real estate in the local area. So Sarah, please do tell me, out of the people that you have started to work with in your young but vibrant career, what are the top 3 things that people are looking for when they're shopping for a house in town?
I'm finding a lot of buyers that I'm working with right now are looking for a bigger yard. I find a lot of the newer development in Spruce Grove, they are doing beautiful homes, big beautiful homes. But a lot of my buyers really appreciate a mature backyard, lots of space to maybe grow a garden, mature trees. I think that's a big one.
So if somebody's looking for a big yard in Spruce Grove, what are the kind of the neighborhoods that they should be dialing in on for bigger, more mature yards where they're going to have more width, maybe some more mature landscaping? What are the top neighborhoods that come to mind?
Top neighborhoods that come to mind, I just had a buyer take possession of an absolutely beautiful home in Lakeside with a gorgeous backyard, not necessarily even backing the golf course, but it is mature, beautifully landscaped, lots of privacy trees in there. And then, of course, you've got Broxton, Brookwood. Those yards give you some very big, beautiful trees.
So that's fantastic. So those are 2 well-known neighborhoods that are in Spruce Grove, and Lakeside, like you mentioned, their probably average sale price is what, $475 in Lakeside?
Correct.
And then if someone has a budget around that $300 to $350 mark, they're probably going to be in Broxton, Brookwood, Woodhaven, like you mentioned, and still be able to get that big yard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what's 2 other things that people are looking for that you found lately?
2 other things I would say people are looking for, or they are attracted to, is renos done right. So I find a lot of my buyers right now, they're going through maybe some older homes because they're looking in Brookwood, Broxton, Lakeside. They're looking at homes that do maybe need some updating or some finishing touches in the basements or just in their main living area, but people really appreciate a good, well done renovation. They don't like so much the cheap DIY because that's really noticeable, right? So they're looking for something that they can move into, they appreciate the quality of finishing, and they can grow their family inside of that house too.
I couldn't agree with you more. Sometimes it's better just to leave it and let someone start from scratch, and then that way they're in control of the quality that is brought to the property. That's a great point, Sarah. Nothing more expensive than hiring an amateur. That's right. That is right. And Sarah, give me one more thing that you found that buyers are really keen on or looking for in today's local market.
You know what? It's not so much about the house. I would say it's a lot about the community. I get a lot of questions about, what are my neighbors going to be like? Are there a lot of rentals in the community? Are these original homeowners? They like the sense of having a friendly neighborhood. I think people like to get to know their neighbors. They want their kids to go play street hockey and feel safe doing so. So I would say the third thing that families are looking for right now is a welcoming, vibrant, friendly community.
And that is a great point, because many times when I'm showing places, it's not about the actual individual house, but I also recommend that people pay attention obviously to the drive that they have every day from their commute, if they're going to feel proud of their neighborhood, driving into it, how often are they outside, putzing around their yard or taking a walk in the local park. Those are all things that you need to pay attention to, so I couldn't agree with you more. Sarah, thank you very much for being on the show today. So one thing that I'd like to talk about is definitely timelines that are placed on offers to purchase, where the offer is open for an acceptance, a rejection, or a counter offer. So unfortunately, there's a lot of kind of misconceptions out there about timelines. So I'd like to clear a few of those up for people. So for example, a timeline has a time and a place. It really, really does. Sometimes I advise my clients to put a timeline on the offer where it's open for acceptance, and other times I advise to leave it blank. It's really a case-by-case scenario. It also depends what kind of market you're in as well too. The most important time that a timeline is to be inserted, or I'd suggest for it to be inserted on a contract, is when there is a very, very hot property. It might have just come on the market, there's a lot of activity, there's a lot of showings, and several interested buyers. This is a time where if you want to write an offer on the property, you'd put a timeline on it. Because as a buyer, you want to secure that property for you as soon as you can. So why not put a timeline on it, which means that the seller has to respond by a certain timeline, or else they don't have an offer on the table. And of course, in saying that, when it's multiple offer, you definitely want to put a timeline on the offer, because you want to show strength in your offer. You want to show the seller that, hey, look it, I got a willing and able buyer here. I am a willing and able buyer here. I have a willing and able purchase contract. I want it dealt with sooner versus later. It shows that you're serious and you're committed to the property. So it is Friday afternoon. It's about 20 after 1. It's been an incredible week thus far. We are welcoming a few new families into their places this week. A few of my listings have sold this week, and overall just some great activity happening in the marketplace. This time of year, it's always hit and miss, but because we've had some great weather lately, there's still plenty of people out and about shopping for their next dream home, and there's still people listing their home for sale. And wrapped up a few video shoots this morning actually with Mr. James Damaris, and looking forward to seeing that video, those videos put into production. He's doing a fantastic job so far. We just started working together, and the quality of his videos have been absolutely top-notch thus far, so thank you, James. There's a neon light. Again, this has been Longhorn Diaries. Thanks for watching.